Hello, UniWarriors, and once again, it is Lodius bringing you another cast. Today, I am going to cast a team replay. Um, it is Miami Bullmoose dogs, consisting of Miami Moose and Bulldog 60 and Ank&Xynth SC. I'm not sure exactly who's in that team. Anyway, this map is called Ice Rinks. The credits per base is 100. As you can see, there's a line of med tiles in the middle, which kind of defines the center. Teams on either side. Swamp tiles, which used to be a negative, but now with the amphibious units, should be a negative to some units, and also a positive with amphibians. You've got 4 neutral bases right here next to the 2 teams, and there's 3, 3, 3, and 3 in the middle, and these will be the most contested areas. And then there's a couple of hills in the middle. I don't know how much cross-team collaboration I expect to see in the middle, because it is very big, but you know, there's always a chance of speeders and other stuff crossing the line. And some important decisions the team will have to make is who's going to get which bases. Usually it's just 2 and 2, and then who's going to get the port. The port isn't that useful, but it may be used. And without further ado, I will turn on some music and let's get going. And I'm going to turn on the credit kills. One thing to note with the credit kills, with this replay thing, is these credits aren't exactly accurate. I don't really care about these. All I care about is the credit kills and the units killed. So Miami Moose looks like. Well, wait, is that Moose or Bulldog 360? Okay, so looks like red is Xynth. Everyone's just making infantry, although. So he's got mechas and a speeder. Good choice. The speeder can get vision and then he can teleport out. And now it is Anchor as yellow. Nice to see Anchor. Tons of underlings and Garuda. And they're not a Garuda, a Swarmer. And Miami Moose's Titans got 2 speeders out for center control and 3 mechas for teleporting. And Bulldog 60 is Khraleans. He built Garuda and 4 underlings last round, and now is spreading out to capture his bases. Out comes another Garuda and a Swarmer. And here comes the teleports. So Xynth is teleporting a lot of mecha out there. Moves his speeder out, so he's going for these middle bases, and he's got 1 guy going for these bases over here. And 2 more speeders and a mecha. Swarmer moves up. Underling move up. Let's see. Oh, I don't know what the range of Garuda is. And 2 underlings to cap the center. And he's going to bring out Garudas. He's seeing Bulldog's Garudas. And another Swarmer. And out comes Moose with his speeders. Going to attack these teleports. Smart thing to do while they have no defense. And he's going to get on these med tiles. Quick second. Since this is a team game, I'm going to turn it on faster. So, in solo games, I normally do slower, but since it's team game, and it's just 2v2, so Bulldog 60 takes his caps, and now Xynth is going to kill a speeder. And Anchor goes for his caps. He only gets in 1 cap, and Bulldog 60 is getting all 3 of his caps. Not looking good. And more teleports and a Guardian out for Moose. And kills Anchor's only cap over here. And Garudas and Swarmers and Worms. Okay, 4x is too fast. I'm going to try 2x. I think this will be good because it's only a 2v2. So there's only twice as much action going on as a 1v1. So just bear with me. And more teleports. Gonna take 2 captures over here for Xynth, and then Anchor's gonna attack. Gonna try and make his caps. It's gonna be tough. Bulldog's built a worm, and he's got lots of air power, so the worm will be great for killing off Ankor's aerials. And Moose goes for a cap, killing speeders. Looks like he's going to kill one speeder and leave another at 2 HP. Dang, that was unlucky damage. And teleport. So he's only making one cap, but his cap will go through. And Mrs. Worm attacks the cap. Garuda attacks the cap. Yeah, these caps are doomed pretty much. And so now Bulldog 60's got huge credit advantage over here. And now here comes Xynth. Gonna make his attacks on that teleported mecha, but he can't stop Moose's cap. But I think he will kill that speeder. Yeah, he kills the speeder, retreats his wounded speeders. Out comes Guardian and Mecha. Mecha to cap the last base, Guardian to repel these speeders. And here comes Ank&Xynth, killing an underling and damaging that Garuda over there. More Garuda, kill a Swarmer. He's just trying to hold on, but he's getting massively overpowered, and Khraleans are the best at swarming. Out comes Ank&Xynth, gets his own worm now. And speeders coming up. Lots of deaths. And he's just cramping him for space. Goes for another capture. Teleport. Looks like that cap will be secure too. Out comes another Guardian. And now Bulldog 60 is going to try capping Ankor's bases over here. He hasn't been able to hold on to. These worms are doing great damage to Ankor's aerial fleet. And just tons more Garudas. He can just spam Garudas because of the credit advantage he has. Over here, Xynth attacks with his massive speeders. And he's going to make a critical blow on that Guardian at the expense of 6 health on one of his speeders. And it looks like he's going to kill another speeder on a mid tile. Yep, he is. But he has so many wounded speeders. He could get cleaned up really quickly. Out comes a plasma tank. And teleports, and he's going to capture his last base. More teleports over here. Now, on the other side, Ankor's just trying to do as much damage as he can, retreating. Gonna stop that cap, it looks like. Smart move. Use that underling as a blocker. Out comes another worm. And Moose is gonna use his Guardian to attack a teleport. And he's gonna use those teleports as a shield against his plasma. Right? The plasma can't get his speeders because the teleports are blocking, which is very, very good tactic in any scenario, team or not. And out here comes these Garudas attacking those worms, just injuring a ton of stuff. Bulldog, and now he's going to take down the worm. He can just injure and just completely overpower with his credit advantage. And it looks like he's going to take these bases in the center, while Xynth and Ank&Xynth split those bases peacefully a long time ago. Credit kills is looking pretty even, but base captures are not. And here comes Xynth on the offensive, trying to break through Miami Moose. He's got to do similar damage to what Bulldog is doing to Ank&Xynth if he wants his team to win. And healing these wounded speeders, but he's still got so many under 5 HP. They'll be easy targets if Moose can just hold out and break through. And here comes Ank&Xynth killing more, desperately trying to hold on. And here comes Moose. And Moose is going to make his final capture. Will he be able to hold on to it? I don't know. There's Guardians in the plasma, but he's really cramping Xynth for space. Xynth doesn't have a lot of good attack space. And now it is Bulldog's turn. Kills yet another worm, taking down a Swarmer. And he's going to hit down another Swarm with those Garuda. Just massive slaughterhouse, and going to cap a base and just overwhelm with credits. So one thing I like to point out is Miami Moose is down on bases as far as fighting Xynth is going, but he's holding out very well, and he's made several base captures in the center. But Xynth has these bases back here, and Bulldog has all these bases back here. And it looks like Ankor's cap will not hold. and he's going to make a counter capture of his own, 2 counter captures, and just squeeze Miami Moose for space and attack the Guardian. Very good moves. And a teleport. I don't know if Miami Moose is going to be able to stop all these. No, it's very looking dangerous from Miami Moose now. And Eclipses are coming over to help Ank&Xynth in this aerial fight. So Moose stops one of the caps and the second cap. Very nice. Gonna kill some wounded speeders. Just totally just cramp up this movement, this speeders movement, zone of control, build more mechas and guardians, and speeder and mecha back there. Great counter. Great counter. And here comes Bulldog, continuing to push away at Ank&Xynth up here, gonna cap more bases, and just this Garuda onslaught continues. He's got a double veterancy swarmers moving back to the med bases to heal, and just mass Garuda. That's just a strategy, and it works because he has more bases. He got the initial advantage, and now he's just trying to clean up clock. And it looks like Miami Moose teleported, but the Eclipse took it down. But that means they wasted their shots instead of getting close to the Garuda. And here comes Xynth with his massed army of speeders. Gonna hammer away and cap these bases with speeders and teleport more mechas into the area. And out comes more guardians of speeders, plus a plasma on a med tile. Very good placement. And now the swarmers are going to continue use their ranged attack against these Garudas, and out comes underlings to block the bases. Good survival tactics. And here comes Moose on the counterattack, just desperately trying to hold on to what he has. And where did he's teleporting more mechas over to where Ank&Xynth is at, kind of pressuring over there even more. So looks like it's coming down to who can take out the other person first. Will Xynth take out Miami Moose, or will Bulldog take out Ank&Xynth? And just attacking these underlings. They got no aerial attack, but they're very good for just stalling. That's all Ank&Xynth is doing at this point. It's just stalling. And here comes Xynth's mass speeder movement. Gonna make a full mecha HP cap. Gonna kill some speeders with his speeders. Gonna move his guardian up and attack another guardian. Kill that guardian. Move onto a swamp. Just kill another mecha. Just pushing everywhere and killing that mecha. Capping the base. Wow. I don't think Miami Moose can stop that cap. He's in a pickle now. He's lost his center control. And out come more Eclipses and speeders to help out Ank&Xynth. Hold on. He's gonna turn around the surging black tide of Khralean masses. Just massed Garuda, worms, underlings, everything just going after him. And Moose is gonna take advantage of the fact that Xynth left some speeders on the swamp. Some easy kills. Gonna push his speeders out on the swamp. Not exactly sure why. Maybe just space holding him at bay, and then he's got speeders. And Bulldog's built some underlings over here, probably to help out Moose. And he's just continuing to hammer away in the north. He's got all the center bases, and now he's going for Ank&Xynth's home bases. Crazy game. Just killing all those underling, killing swarmers, and just continuing to push up. And now he's bringing underlings to the aid of Miami Moose. Underlings are an interesting choice. They do all right against speeders with gang up, great against guardians at close range. So they're a good choice. Low credit, you can get lots of them, and if he buries them, he's going to set a minefield trap. Xynth continuing to hammer away at Miami Moose, taking full control of the center as best he can. Still hasn't capped all the bases, and he's going to move his speeders up, his plasma tank, heal some speeders on these med tiles, move his speeder up. And now his Eclipses are doing damage to Bulldog's Garudas, but he's just got so many. He's got worms too. The worms will probably do some great damage against these eclipses. Ooh, and here comes a swarmer, just gonna mass slaughter those worms. Two swarmers versus worm is cost effective. Two swarmers cost 500, a worm costs 550, and the two swarmers can both survive the attack, although they will be heavily damaged. So we just killed two worms there. That's gotta be a big blow. But Bulldog said, oh, and out comes a walker from Moose and from Xynth. And more Garudas fighting. He's starting to cap the bases with Garuda. He's just got so many. They're going to kill all the swarmers. Get right up in their face. Worm's going to attack Eclipse. And it'll fall to Garuda. Eclipse are good at full health, but once they've been weakened, you can take them down with Garuda and Swarmer. And that's a good... It's a fun Khralean tactic to take down Eclipses if you can outmaneuver them, outnumber them. And here come lots more underlings. They're just blocking. I'm not exactly sure what the underlings will be used for, but it looks intimidating. And here's some more. Xynth is trying to crack into Miami Moose's area with his Guardian Speeder Plasma Army. Ooh, he gets a Speeder hit on the Walker, and the Walker goes down. Great attack altogether. So Moose's Walker's just been defeated, and he's got to push down even further. And Xynth's Speeders are attacking these Garuda. He's got Eclipses. More stuff, more mecha over there. Moving his Speeders over. Will it be enough to turn the tide? And now Ank&Xynth is doing what damage he can, building what stuff he can. Garuda, Swarmer, Underling. Miami Moose is gonna just focus on damage and just building stuff. He can't lose his home bases. And Garuda's on the attack. Bulldog is on the attack. And is he gonna make a cap? He might. He's got a Garuda in the center med tile. Very good. He can heal +6 every single time. And he's making a cap. I think there's enough forces to defeat it, but they'll distract the units from attacking his more expensive units. And ooh, yep, underlings are charging those Guardians, and those Speeders just totally doing some heavy damage. The Speeders can retreat and heal, but they're just effectively pushed back, which is all Bulldog needs to do is buy time while he caps Ank&Xynth's bases. And I just want to point out the credit kill count. Ank&Xynth have killed more credits, but Bulldog's 60 was ahead on bases for a long time, and I think that's making the difference as far as material goes. And Swarmer armor is continuing. Got all these low HP Speeders on the med tile. Great spot to heal. +6 every round. Moving the Walker up, bringing over more teleports, and just attacking all these Garuda with his Speeders. Lots of teleports trying to block all these Khralean units. Attacks this Swarmer with his Speeder. Just trying to do as much distraction as he can. Helping out Ank&Xynth. Tons more Speeders over here. He's going to try and take over. And Ank&Xynth stops the cap with the Swarmers, but that means he can't use them on the Garudas. And it looks like he takes down a Garuda. Moving his damaged underling off, building more Garudas. Yeah, his Swarmers just aren't effective at close range. And Miami Moose kills another Guardian. The Guardians can cap, nothing else can. His importance is just maintaining his bases, and he builds 2 Guardians, which at close range can be just as strong as Walkers against certain units. So, and Garudas are just hammering away at these underlings that don't have any aerial attack. And other Garudas and underlings are making caps. He's gonna destroy that teleport. Looks like he killed the Speeder that bothered him last round, retreating wounded units and just moving his guys on. And the underlings are moving forward. Sorry, this is going to be a little longer than my normal cast, but it is a team game. Plus, I've got like an hour long, if or more, 8-player FFA, so it depends on how much the highlights matter. And here comes Walker and Plasma on a base. He's just going to continue to chip away at Miami Moose's forces. There's so many underlings now, though. It's going to be hard. And there you go. Take down an underling. Take that med tile. Great spot to have. Use a speeder against all these mechas. And attack the Guardian. And he's going to make a cap. Probably won't succeed. But it'll distract the units from his speeders. And the speeders continuing to, and the mecha are great against the Garuda, continuing to just hammer, chip away at Bulldog's forces. Will Ank&Xynth be able to stop the cap on his base? Looks like he's going for some Garuda kills, or no, Garuda wounds, and he does stop the cap. Great job. He's lost a lot of territory. Pinzer, very good unit to hold position. And Miami Moose is going to stop the cap on his base, use those Guardians effectively, and out comes a Plasma. Great for zone of control. Although there are some Guardians and a Walker on the board, so the Plasma isn't that good. And it's on a base, so it's got negative defense. And here come the Garuda, continuing to hammer away at Aerial. 2 caps, going to be harder to stop. They can stop one of them, but I don't know if they can stop 2. Just killing some speeder now. Just blocking for his caps very effectively. Only range will work unless they can break through these Garudas. And the underlings continue to hammer. And some of them are, the weak are burying, and the strong are attacking. Great. He's killing so many speeders. I would call attention to credit kills. Miami Bullmoose dogs are now ahead in credit kills. That is a good sign. Ahead in bases and credit kills. They are, well, okay, they aren't ahead in bases right now. Because these guys took the center. But they had the base advantage for a long time. And now they have credit kills advantage for a little while. Looks like Ank&Xynth are taking that back. But material-wise, Miami Bullmoose dogs definitely have the advantage. And the speeders are going to continue to hammer away. Very exciting. This game has been a lot of dynamic because one team member has done well, the other's done poorly, and it's just kind of shifted the zone of the battle. And it's still very much who will take over the other teammate first. Bullmoose dogs are definitely winning at this point, though. I would not discount their advantages. And looks like Xynth is unable to stop any caps. And Ank&Xynth has a possibility of stopping. Looks like he opts not to. He's gonna kill some Garudas and build a Pinzer. The Pinzer just aren't enough. And Guardian teleports, I guess, to get away. Here come these speeders. And Garuda. These underlings, another underling cap. Gonna keep on capping. Got so many underlings ready to cap. And he's gonna start hammering down this Pinzer. Great unit to hold, but these Garuda and Worm just kill it immediately. And 2 more caps. More exposed, so they may be stoppable. And here comes the continued pattern of burying weak underlings, moving up the strong, and just trashing these speeders. And now a Garuda's over here too. You know, the only units that can cap are Guardians. These mechas are coming out of teleports ready to cap. So we'll see if they can cap Miami Moose's home bases. And just more underlings and Garudas just trying to just cap all these bases at once. Underlings probably to deal with all these new speeders. because he's no longer fighting primarily air power. He's fighting primarily speeders with a little bit of Ankor's remaining air forces. And looks like Assimilator's coming up, trying to discourage some underlings. Yeah, and underlings are crossing over here, kind of threatening this way. And the speeder army continues. Plasma moves to the center med tile. Great spot to be in. And he's just... Is he going to make any caps? He might with that 3 HP Guardian. Yep. Nope. Okay, he opts not to go for a cap. Surprising. Because he didn't attack with it either. But I guess he's just trying to keep Moose from building on that base. Ankor's going to try and damage the Garuda just enough so... Let's see, I think Xynth goes first. Yeah. Okay. And these speeders are going down. More plasma tanks and a mecha. And this worm is going to attack these speeders. What's remaining of Ankor's air force is getting blown apart by Garudas. The speeder goes down. More caps. 2 more caps at least. And he attacks that mecha over there. Just keeping on the pressure. Just attacking everything. Pushing everyone away. Ankor's got more swarmers over here. 2 caps are on the range of possibility of stopping. Ooh, out come Borefly over here. Gonna start damaging those heavies on Ankor's bases. Or on Miami Moose's bases, sorry. And the underlings continue pressing forward. And Garuda's moving away a little bit. More underlings. And Worm out here. Ank&Xynth. Looks like they're gonna... He's going for a cap now. Gonna try and take down that plasma tank. 2 caps, actually. Very dangerous situation. Very little ranged units over here. And very unlikely chance they'll be able to blow through this wall. So Xynth, once again, a little bit behind Bulldog, but making some caps. And we are only on round 17, and we are 30 minutes in. I'm going to turn this on 4x speed now. So, because I know this goes for about 10 more rounds. I checked at the beginning. And we're just going to watch it on speed mode. Sad. I just can't take that long with the cast, you know. So we're just going to have to pay a little bit of attention and just watch how the general contour of this goes. And I'm going to continue capping Angor's bases. Almost all of his home hex is gone. And these teleports are getting kind of destroyed, but not really. Good job teleporting around that worm. Kind of puts pressure on Bulldog, but I don't think it will be enough. And out come these Guardians, the wounded ones, making use of them. It's always important to use wounded units on underling assimilated. Yeah. You're not using a Guardian to its full effectiveness if you don't know how to use it when it's wounded. You don't want it to get wounded. You want it to be protected. But when it's wounded, if you're not using it, you're not using it effectively. I know a lot of people complain about the Guardian sometimes. Some people think it's OP, other people just don't think it's OP and want it buffed. And here come the attack on the Pinzers. Another cap. Bulldog has 3 out of the 6 bases in the hexagon ring. And he's got massive material superiority. He's got massed Boreflies over here. Kills that assimilator. And these Borefly are just good defensive, good pushing back at units that get too close. Down goes Miami's plasma. And it looks like Xynth is going to continue trying to take all of Miami's hex bases. And Miami doesn't have any middle bases, so once he's done with the hex bases, he's done. Holy crap. He's capping all 4 of them. Bulldog's got to make some serious moves on both fronts. They've done a great job of holding on all game and pressing the attack. And I did not see that. Miami Moose has a base over here, and he built a walker. Whew. So he's not going to let those credits go to waste, since all of his bases are capped. And there goes the teleported mechas. Last of Ankor's bases in the hex are being capped. And now comes some salamanders. This was a while back, so this might have been when the new units just came out. I'm not sure. The salamanders may have not been available before, but they are definitely doing some damage now. I know they used Guardians at the start of the game, but Tank Busters were out before Amphibious. And more walkers gonna push forward. Looks like they were able to stop some of the caps, one of the caps, but now it's over here. It's Red Titan versus Bulldog now. It's Xynth versus Bulldog, and up here it's Bulldog versus Bulldog and Miami Moose Brigadiers against what's left of Ank&Xynth and the Xynth opposition. They're gonna stop Bulldog's caps, so Ank&Xynth still has 2 free bases over here. Oh, at this point, Team Ank&Xynth have more bases than Miami Bullmoose dogs. But Miami Bullmoose dogs are looking like they are making a very secure position now up in the north. Seeing some boarfly from Ank&Xynth now. And looks like these boarflies are just decimating all these speeders. Out comes Salamander, boarfly decimating more. They're great defensive units. These teleports kind of pressuring them. And more boarfly. Boarfly spam in the south and just swarms in the north. And these walkers are trying their best with the Guardians. And he's gonna kill some boarfly. They have no attack at range 1, so it's best. But I don't know why he's building speeders in boarfly range. That seems pretty foolish to me, at least. And Miami Moose's walker's coming, and now it looks like he's assimilating some underlings. So he's gonna have his assimilated underling army soon. And here they go, attacking over here. Not sure what round it is. I can't see. My recording icon is in the way. So now he's attacking the center bases, and he's pushed up very far against these walkers. The walkers are very defenseless over there. And huge boarfly line. Mass underling boarfly. Very cheap units en masse versus some Titan units. And the walkers are forced to move back and build eclipses. And walkers continue trying to hammer away at this boarfly underling line. And up here, they are unable to stop the cap. Ank&Xynth is doing a little bit of damage with what he has left. He now has 1 base left. Probably the other one will be capped this turn by Bulldog. Yep. And the eclipses are down. Walkers down by Garuda. So yeah, these walkers just aren't protected enough. And Khraleans are making serious push on Xynth's home front now. And Xynth is trying to make up some ground, but it's pretty stalemated over here for sure. And there out come 2 Pinzers to kind of hold ground while Khraleans sweep the north of the board. So it's should be getting pretty close. And if you see the negative values for the current credits, yeah, that's a bug. It will be fixed. I think I've mentioned it before. So, but I've held on to this replay for weeks without casting it, and I just felt bad. So, decided to do it. And more caps and attack on the walker, just utterly sweeping the north. Wow, this is looking like GG to me. But let's see. It's still Bulldog's turn. Great plays by Bulldog and Moose. Oh, great plays by everyone, I gotta say. But Miami Bullmoose is prevailing at this point, and Xynth is he's not done fighting yet. He's gonna continue pressing against these guys. Eclipse attacks the Boarfly. It's like, I just don't find it a good exchange to attack Boarfly with Eclipse. You lose like half your health, and the Boarfly costs half as much. And here advances the Moose Walker, and looks like Bulldog is continuing to sweep the north, killing these Eclipses with his aerial units like a Khralean pro. Yep, you gotta know how to kill every Titan unit. And you can kill Eclipses with aerials under certain conditions. And here comes all these underling rushes, just destroying the Guardians. I gotta say, underling is probably the best thing the Khrals have against the Guardians. If you can expose them and just rush them up with underling, you are golden. And lots of Eclipses in the north, lots of Eclipses in the south too. And Walker and Speeder just continuing hammering away. Look, he used a 1 HP Guardian to get some gang up. That is called effective Guardian use by Xynth. And now these Speeders and guys are rushing down the center. Xynth is under attack from all fronts, north, south, and center. He's gotta watch out. Miami Moose is back with a vengeance. And get probably a third cap on that base by now, but the Khraleans are continuing to just push forward. And huge surrounding of this walker over here. Xynth is totally caught off guard in the middle, I would say. And Boarfly just continuing to decimate. And once the Boarfly clear, the underling come up and deal their attacks with all this good terrain. Underling are great units. Every unit in this game is great, actually. You just have to know how to use it. And that is GG. Thanks for staying with me. This took 38 minutes. So, no post-game analysis. Great job, Miami Bullmoose Dogs. Fun replay, exciting to watch. New units galore. And just great. So, thanks for watching.